Am I lonely? Is it really you I'm missing, or just somebody? Think I got mixed feelings with Bacardi. Somehow I just can't explain, 'cause I don't want me to want you. Oh, I try not to think about what she's like, and I try not to wonder where you've been. And I try to drink, to sleep, I really try not to miss you in the end. I do, I do, I do.
Getting late, people getting off, complaining, and the music stops.
The Careful News, if it matters to you. The Careful News. The Careful News. The Careful News. The Careful News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Good evening to you listening to KFM Radio. The time is 8:15 and welcome to the evening news today, the 5th of August 2024. The headlines. Peter Auke Central Member of Parliament Emmanuel J. Banda has escaped from lawful custody. Police and Mansa call on the public to promote peace. Villaged person Chitakwa accused civic leaders and government of neglecting his area. Congolese police officers flee to Uganda as fighting intensifies. Chelsea midfielder Conor Gallagher has agreed to join Atletico Madrid.
News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Thank you for joining us. The news in detail read by Edwin Mukenge Countdown. Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mimbo says Peter Auke Central Member of Parliament Emmanuel J. Banda has escaped from lawful custody in Chipata district of Eastern Province. Addressing the media in Lusaka this morning, Mr. Mimbo says that the Peter Auke lawmaker is reported to have escaped last night around 22 hours while being guarded at Chipata General Hospital, where he was receiving medical attention. Mr. Mwimbu says that preliminary investigations have revealed that Mr. Banda escaped through a window after his wife, Lombe Banda, requested police and correctional officers for privacy as her husband wanted to use the bathroom. He says Mr. Banda was admitted to Chipata General Hospital for treatment of hernia, where a minor operation was conducted and the medical experts recommended sword therapy to help cure the condition. Mr. Mwimbo says that the police have since launched a manhunt for Mr. Banda, while the 5 officers who were guarding him have been detained pending investigations. They include 3 correctional service officers and 2 from the Zambia police. Police in Mansa have called on residents to maintain peace and unity in the district. Assistant Superintendent Kenneth Ngalande of the Victim Support Unit VSU said that the police are committed to preventing violence and urged the public to cooperate with law enforcement agencies and the Community Crime Prevention Unit CCPU. Mr. Ngalande expressed a concern over the high prevalence of gender-based violence, GBV, particularly affecting women and children. He says VSU is working closely with health institutions, traditional leaders, and the community to address this issue. The officer also condemned the practice of Ifitaleme, which has led to riots and attacks on police property. Mr. Ngalande emphasized that such actions are unacceptable and will not be tolerated.
muchuchu mwisa mukakala vanenyantirirwa kwanza so imweni momwingatwe okola muchalo chesu kwenda isire chitike efingi nifi uteko mwamwana wangu kwa watupera ya moto kana bana pokola CDF pero nomba muye shiya mutunga kishimo kyayo ile twainsa kupokolola ifota tuli balwanyi benu yo tatuli balwanyi benu mombo wase tule kwata mulope ababati ififine finanda ba bena kupakute dino twala mukupokolola abantu mwe abantu bamone ne komwe nyama mbana bakola bona ule ya moto.
We continue with the news. Socialist Party of Zambia SP President Fred Mmembe has expressed his gratitude to farmers across the country for their unwavering efforts in ensuring food security. Dr. Mmembe emphasized that Farmers' Day is a time to honor and recognize the hard work and significant contributions of farmers to the nation. He said farmers are the backbone of society, responsible for producing the food people eat, the clothing they wear, and other essential necessities of life. Dr. Mmembe added that despite facing challenges such as adverse weather conditions, pests, input shortages, and market fluctuations, farmers persevere because of their love for their work and their commitment to providing for their families and communities. He said on this special day, SP celebrates the achievements of farmers and expresses heartfelt thanks for their dedication to feeding the nation. The SP president urges all citizens to recognize the vital role farmers play in people's lives and show appreciation for their tireless efforts. Vina Jedman Chitakwa from Chief Chimeses Chiefdom has accused elected officials of neglecting their duties in his area. The traditional leader claims that some councillors have abandoned their wards after winning elections, leaving residents without the promised development. Chitakwa specifically highlighted the lack of clean water and proper roads in his village, despite assurances from the local leadership. He vowed to protect his community from misleading politicians and urged the residents to be discerning when choosing their representatives.
abantu ikishinka mwiyabe bobo kumenyesha n'imitima yenu ifo mukara bombera abantu binefikirisha mwarera y'abantu kugaramisebere nisebo mwinshi muri nisebo nangwimo mwati pafe firini ngaturefuma mumushi w'abafundi turera kufamu kapaba kumwamu imishifu ya shoma msenda mwabomba kuna kufamu icho nalalaga kindi nga headman kita imwe bane nyina nakabiri papa tinshi mushinga fagira umurimo mwatwafa mwebana bese wecyo tumisarira bishima ukurasha kuri abanyesi baresha pamenshi bari twimbira bari tupanje bishima abantu nomba isure nyamenshi takwa ngende twindu mwarishiba ngende muri pamenshi so ifine twarangira ogashi nomba abantu ngari kungende twende kufego abantu kuina nibani batoni bosco eko twara mukustamenshi
A 91-year-old man of Livingstone has been killed by an elephant at his home. This tensions between the police and community members who demanded to be addressed as wild animals have continued to attack residents. Southern Province Police Commanding Officer Osensio Daka, who has confirmed the incident, which occurred yesterday around 18:30 hours, has identified the victim as Luca Makengo. In a statement, Mr. Daka says the victim sustained multiple injuries on his chest and abdomen and was pronounced dead at the scene. He says our police officers quickly responded but encountered resistance from an irate mob that had gathered at the scene and threatened to damage the police vehicle. Mr. Daka says through the intervention of community leaders, police were eventually able to ensure the safe retrieval of the victim's body, which was transported to Livingstone Central Police Station and later transferred to the Batoka Hospital mortuary after police formalities were completed. Member of Organizing Committee of Chabukabaushi Traditional Ceremony, Paul Mambili Makalwa, has announced that this year's ceremony will take place between the month end of October and the first week of November 2024. Speaking to KFM News, Mr. Kalwa has also announced that the schedule committee meeting to take place on Tuesday, 6th August at Mansa Hotel. Mr. Kalwa has since called on the public to rally behind the Chabuka traditional ceremony and support its successful hosting this year. He has equally thanked the general public for the support they gave to the recent Mutomboka ceremony of the Lunda people held in Mwansawombe district. He is further hopeful that the people of Luapula and beyond will support the Ushi people in hosting the Chabukabaushi traditional ceremony.
kuri bamwataragambe nakundi nakungu shonse shikitiko chondro na shobene tulesa shikya traditional ceremony tulesa sha murongo wanta shwana ben ne murongo wa kutiri wa kutoka November 1st week of November kwa hiyo kwa kusesha kuri wakana wetanga uko niko ayo 27 yavuka ekutira bena mumba mko yi niko ya shara 23 Muli na abatonga na kusana na bonse she ayano ceremony muretwe kwa Tanzania kwa bula cha tradition kwa bulu kwa kukinisha abantu kwa muka musharusha kusana yatakwaba na Zambia na tayakula kwa hii hicho na mbande mbara bene alutukwe kali chibidi no mungu tulitoka kumana tafiti kwa kumana kama cha hotel.
Financial sector deepening. FSD Africa is calling for a strategic overhaul and integration of power tools to address the He tells Phoenix News that both technical and commercial power losses are worsening the current energy shortfall in Zambia and other countries in the region. Dr. Osano says that technical losses are as a result of energy descendants in outdated electrical infrastructure, while commercial losses involve power that is supplied but not built. He says that to address these issues and improve energy efficiency, there is need to invest in updated and efficient transformers, transmission lines, and distribution networks to reduce losses and enhance power delivery. As we go for a break this evening, a look at the headlines in our stories. Petauke Central Member of Parliament Emmanuel J. Banda has escaped from lawful custody. Police and Mansa call on the public to promote peace. Village head person Chitakwa accused civic leaders and government of neglecting his area. We have international and sports news coming up after a short break.
The KFM News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
And now for the rest of the stories. Nearly 100 police officers from the DR Congo fled to neighboring Uganda over the weekend as fighting between M23 rebels and the military in Congo's east intensified, the Ugandan military spokesperson said on Monday. The officers arrived via the Ishasha border crossing in Kanungu district in southwestern Uganda. Major Kachonko Tabaro, a regional spokesperson for the Uganda People's Defense Forces, said the 98 officers arrived with 43 guns and ammunition and were subsequently disarmed. Over the past 4 days, at least 2,500 more Congolese refugees have arrived in Uganda fleeing the raging violence across the border, he said. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has resigned and fled Bangladesh after anti-government protests in which hundreds of people have been killed. Reports say the former Prime Minister has landed in India, with speculation she may now travel to London, although this is not confirmed. Huge crowds stormed Hasina's official residence in Dhaka, and there has also been looting and disorder in the capital. At least 20 people have been killed on Monday, following on from at least 90 deaths on Sunday. The bloodshed is some of the worst the South Asian country has seen since the country was founded in 1971. The student protest began in July with calls to abolish civil service job quotas, but spiraled into demands for Hasina to quit after 15 years in power. In sports, Chelsea midfielder Conor Gallagher has agreed to join Atletico Madrid. The Blues had accepted a £33 million offer from the Spanish side last week, but there were significant concerns about whether the England international was interested in making the move. But on Sunday night, Gallagher, 24, told Atletico officials he is happy to make the switch. The England international is now expected to fly and complete his medical and contract signing, which would end his 18-year spell at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea had offered a 2-year deal with an option for a further year, but it was deemed unfavorable by Gallagher due to both the length of the contract and the inferior squad role offered. Still with sports, Simone Biles missed out on a 4th gold medal of the Paris Olympics after Sam Macy Landons left her with silver on floor as Rebecca Andrade shone to take the title. The 27-year-old American, who won team all-round and vault gold, landed with both feet outside the floor area twice, costing her 0.300 apiece, and scored 14.133 to sit on 0.033 behind Andrade. American Jordan Hills won bronze with 13.766. Biles, whose difficulty level was a full mark higher than the Brazilians, paid the price for her errors as Andrade executed her lively routine almost flawlessly. Biles had earlier fallen off the beam to finish 5th. Well, as we conclude the news, a recap of the top stories. Petauke Central Member of Parliament Emmanuel J. Banda has escaped from lawful custody. Police in Mansa call on the public to promote peace. Village headperson Chitakwa accused civic leaders and government of neglecting his area. Congolese police officers flee to Uganda as fighting intensifies. And in sports, Chelsea midfielder Conor Gallagher has agreed to join Atletico Madrid. But that is the end of the KFM Evening News at today, the 5th of August, 2024. Good evening to you, and keep listening to your number one radio station.
The KFM News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Thank you for watching. Good evening.